Semi-Literate garbage. Meghan's The Bench sales outdid by cookbooks as no one buys what Meg sells. Meghan Markle's debut children's book The Bench has been overshadowed by the sales of her previous publications, a guest-edited edition of British Vogue and a cookbook to raise money for the Grenfell survivors, according to reports. Meghan made her literary debut at the beginning of June when she released a poem she had first written for Prince Harry back in 2019 as an illustrated children's book. The 167-word book did top the New York Times bestseller list for children's picture books, but it fell out of the top 100 list for Amazon UK within a week. After a series of mixed reviews from buyers, and despite an average 4-star rating, the book-selling giant then slashed the cost of the picture book from £12.99 to £8 on the UK site. Meghan began writing the poem that would later become the basis for her new book, The Bench, over 2 years ago. She penned it as a Father's Day present for her husband Prince Harry, just weeks after their firstborn Archie Harrison was born. To commemorate the occasion, she wrote the poem on a small plaque on the back of the bench she had purchased for Harry. The Bench was not big hit in the UK, selling only 3,212 copies in its first week, missing out on spot in the country's top 50's chart. I've said from the outset I don't think it's my cup of tea, I'm not sentimental person, and Gripper said on Pod SV the Queen when discussing the book. She's quite gushy both in writing and in person. But plunged more than 95 places in a week to crash out of the Amazon top 100 books in the UK, with the firm slashing its price by nearly 40%. An online reader said that, no matter what her book is about or how long it is, no one wants to buy what Meghan sells when she betrayed the royal family with her lies, fabrications and blame. In fact, the picture book The Bench is not being stocked in the Queen's online store, which boasts a whole Storytime section of delightful children's books. They include Paddington at the Palace for £6.99 and even Peppa Pig Meets the Queen for £4.99 but the Duchess of Sussex's. Referencing data allegedly shared on Publishers Weekly, Royal Watcher at UKRoyalty claimed on Twitter that the book has only sold 30,000 copies more than a month after it was released. The account claimed, "Kudos to Meghan, for staying on the bestsellers lists as long as she did, but she's off now and only sold around 30,000 copies. Definitely not the volume expected for someone with her profile." The account also pointed out that this number was only 0.3% of the followers the couple accumulated on their shared Instagram account, @SussexRoyal. Despite being inactive since March 2020, the couple still have 10.2 million followers on this platform. It was also hailed as the fastest-growing Instagram account when it was first launched in 2019, breaking the Guinness World Records as it gained 1 million followers in just 5 hours and 45 minutes. But a more suitable comparison might be Meghan's Together cookbook, first unveiled in September 2018. It made many headlines at the time, as it was her first major work as a member of the royal family. The cookbook sold 130,000 copies worldwide as of March 2019. And the income was reinvested by the Royal Foundation, while the women who worked on it gained 23 qualifications. The following year Meghan amazed royal watchers again when she guest-edited British Vogue ahead for the September issue. It was the fastest-selling issue in the history of British Vogue and sold out in 10 days, making it the best-selling issue of the decade. It's worth noting British Vogue already had a solid audience base with a circulation number of 192,000 according to the statistics at the time, while its readership was approximately 861,000. The Bench could also pick up over time, according to an expert in publishing. Managing editor of the bookseller, Tom Tivnan, told The Mirror, "The aim is the long game as picture books tend to have a longer shelf life than adult titles. The idea is to keep them selling week in and week out and is not about a quick hit." Meghan's was the best-selling picture book of the week, though, as it sold 500 more copies than Julia Donaldson's What the Ladybird Heard at the Seaside. The Duchess' work was also expected to be profitable for the publishers, Penguin Random House Children's, as they have the rights to sell the English-language version around the world. Meghan said the poem that runs through her book is inspired by the relationship between her husband and their son Archie. However, Meghan's gushy book The Bench is FSING its debut FLLS down the CHRTS in the United Street Tess.